Nah, I don't like that song. Let's go with this one. There we go. What's up, y'all? Yo. I feel like I haven't been live on here in my office for a while, and it hasn't been that long, right? But it feels like forever. Because, as you know, I've been a blue-collar worker, wearing the work boots with the steel toe and just doing it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had time to get on here and really sit in my office and do this. So I'm excited about talking to you guys right now. I mean, we got a lot going on in the country. I see you guys starting to pop in here. What's going on, Ronnie? What's going on, Binary? You guys do me a favor, hit that like button, share this thing out, because we're going to talk about some things, watch a couple clips, we're going to have some fun. Listen, I hope you're having a great Sunday, by the way. I didn't make it to church again this Sunday, but I still love God. I couldn't fellowship with my brothers today, man. I'm swollen. Work is tearing me up. All my hands are sore, like real sore. I ain't never been sore on my hands like this. Whole body feels sore, but I feel good. But I'm excited to come to you guys today and talk to you because there's a lot going on. You got the No Kings protest that happened. The government shut down. People are losing their minds on social media. There's misinformation being spread. They're saying that they want to change the marriage to 14 marriage laws. Oh, Trump is evil. Oh gosh, Trump, why? Right? That's what we're going to talk about today. First, let me get to this. What's going on, Ronnie? Hey, Binary. What's going on, Rose? No, were you talking about your new? Yeah, I was. Good morning, Brandy. How you doing? Okay. Ricardo, what's going on? Yeah. There's a lot going on, apparently. I came into a storm of crap. I ain't been on social media like that. I edited a couple videos, put them out real quick, and then just work, trying to get this Sony FX3. But there's a lot going on. So I want to pull this clip up real quick first. All right. Good morning from Gary. Okay. Big GI in the building, baby. What's going on? Gary, Indiana in the house. All right. Let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. First clip. Right here.
Government shutdown is all about this rally that's happening this weekend, the No Kings rally?
No, some people say they want to delay it for the king. This is
more
not a
than
king. They're referring to me as a king. I'm not a king.
Right. No, but just so that Chuck Schumer could go and say, I'm fighting Trump.
Well, Chuck is, at the end of the line. He's being beaten by everybody that they poll against. I don't think it.
That's a fact. Chuck, you suck. All right. Chuck Schumer, not my guy. Not Chuck Pendergrass. We love Chuck. Not that Chuck, though. Not that Chuck.
Matters to him. I think he's just so dead that he'll do anything. They made one mistake. They didn't realize that gives me the right to cut programs that Republicans never wanted. Giveaways, welfare programs, etc. And we're doing that.
And by the way, everybody, you heard what he said, cutting welfare programs. Not for people that actually need it. Let's get that understood, because people will take that clip. They already have. They've taken that clip and say, look at Trump's cutting welfare program. No. He's cutting welfare programs that people are abusing. People that don't need to be on it that are on it. You know what I'm saying? You got there's a bunch, even billionaires. Like, they've got literal people that are wealthy that are abusing the welfare system. It's insane. All right. So he's putting an end to that. That's what he's talking about.
We're cutting them permanently. We're cutting a $20 billion project that Schumer fought for 15 years to get. And I'm cutting the project.
Yeah, man. All right. So there we go. So that clip ignited a firestorm on social media. People been sharing all kinds of stuff, taking everything out of context, as they do. But I'm trying to tell you, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. And everybody freaking out over this government shutdown right now because, maybe your link card is not going to work in November. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Okay. It'll be back on. The Democrats that are in office that are making this happen, because that's what they do. They're gonna kiss the ring eventually. I can guarantee that they're gonna kiss the ring. It's gonna happen because they're not gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna get paid. And a lot of Democrats, super liberals, the ones that are too far gone, right? The ones that are too far gone, they're gonna lose a job. That's just, he already said that. I don't know if you heard when Trump said it. He said, all right. Well, there's going to be a lot of people that go. There's going to be a lot of people that go from their jobs, and they're going to be Democrats. Unfortunately, they're going to be liberal.
They're going to be liberals. They're going to lose their jobs from the government. We're not going to pay for them to protest about me being a king. I'm not a king.
This is great. This is great. I'm here for it. All right. So speaking of the No Kings protests, I mean, we had a lot going on. Look at this, the protests and ICE and all types of stuff. Let's listen to this person. This person seems interesting. And this is in Vancouver. All right. Let's listen. I haven't watched this clip, so I don't know if they're going to say something that's going to get me banned. I hope not. Let's just hope for the best.
Stupid fucking masks and a shitty attitude. You bring anything with you? Bring anything for your community or no? You didn't? No, you didn't bring anything for your community.
So obviously this guy is wearing patches. Look at no Jesus. You see that? Got the cross blurred out right there. And no Nazis. It's got the swastika with the bar sign over it. And I agree with that one, but the barring Jesus, but you didn't even have to put that patch on you for me to know that you reject Christ, that you reject the Bible or biblical principles, simply because you're a whole man. You're a whole man out there, right? And I know, and this is nothing against LGBTQ. I love everybody, right? But that's a dude. That's a dude. So if we played the game of the left, right, the far left, if we played the game of the far left, or even played the game of the far right, right, because they're both the same to me. The far right and the far left, they're the same. But if we played their game and we took this person and blasted them all over social media and all these people, I mean, look at this. Is this the representation that you want, liberals? Is this what you want speaking for you? Because I can't imagine that that's true. I know a lot of moderate liberals, moderate Democrats that don't do this kind of stuff, but you know, it exists. And what if we took that and plastered it everywhere and played the same game? Say, look, this is what you guys represent. This is what you guys are about. You know?
You didn't bring shit.
That's Trans-Tifa. That's what that is. That's an Antifa member that is transgender. So we're gonna say Trans-Tifa. That's that right there.
Bring anything to take care of anybody, anything to better your community or enrich it. All you did is show up. You like that? Yeah, it says fuck Indy, no. Anti-fascist action. That's
okay. That's enough language. And I don't want to give this gargoyle any more time. And let me just say, you might say, Cass, that's not really Christian of you. That's not nice. You're not following Christ with that. I'm just being honest. I'm being truthful. And I'm not trying to be, offensive in that way. But come on, bro. You got a patch on you. No Jesus. But then you got, Schmittler's sign, and you got that canceled out, which we can agree there, right? We can agree there. But this public display of, let's get off this. This is scary. That's scary. That is terrifying. So is that what that is? It's like we're running with that. Do you guys agree with that? Liberals? Super far left liberals, is that your representation right there? Because I'll tell you, if anything ever goes wrong, that's not the person that you want on the front lines. I mean, they're probably going to do a high-pitched scream, exaggerated. You notice that, like, a lot of people that are a part of that movement, they exaggerate everything when they try to cosplay the role. They're going to run. They're going to run. They're not going to stand next to you and fight it out. No, they're going to get up out of Dodge, and we got proof of that. We got proof of that with what's going on with ICE and the National Guard and all. They out of there. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing. Let's see what we got right here. Let's check this out.
Since Trump's been elected into office, how has your life changed specifically?
I'm a public education teacher, and my kids in my classroom don't even want to stand for the pledge anymore. They feel it's false promises. They feel like there is no liberty and justice for all. I teach a wide variety of kids, and to hear them tell me that they're scared about having brown skin is abhorrent and unnecessary and certainly not American.
Well, Miss Teacher, do you know why kids are scared? If that's even true, I think that you're a liar. I know that you're a liar. Number one, I can tell you the first way that you're lying. Right now, you're lying to the people because you have a nose job. That is a nose job. If I ever saw a nose job, that is not your real nose. So you're lying to me right there, number one, right off the bat, right? But if your kids are, let's just, for argument's sake, let's say that your kids are scared in your classroom to have brown skin and they don't want to stand for the pledge because they're in fear or they're disgusted with America and the way that brown people are being targeted according to, the way that you think. Where did that come from? I think that fear stems from super far left leaning social media personalities and news, because they're the only ones pushing that. Because I see a lot of brown people that are influencers and on the other side of it that are praising this. Matter of fact, I can show you countless videos of brown people saying, Trump, we need ICE out here. Trump, we need the National Guard out here. I see a ton of people. So if kids are being scared, it's probably because they got some super liberal parents, far left. When I say liberal, let's get terms defined. When I say liberal, I mean far left. I don't mean you normal, sane, moderate, common sense Democrats or liberals. And you guys there's not a lot of you. You're the minority in your party. Let's just keep it real. If you are a moderate liberal, you are a moderate Democrat, you are the minority in your party, whether that be in Congress or in civilian life, okay? You are the minority if you are a sane liberal. Let's just get that understood. But the peddling of propaganda that's telling these kids that you have to be in fear because you're brown. Listen to me, children. If you're watching right now, you only have to be worried about the things that are happening in the country right now if your parents are here illegally. And it sucks. And I feel for you. It does suck. But it sucked when I had to go to prison because I broke the law too. I got taken away from my kids. I got taken away from my family. Why? Because I broke the law. I broke the law. I went to prison. Okay. Your parents aren't even going to prison. They're going back to their country, which if you wanted to, you could go with them. Right. And they have an opportunity to come back as long as they're not a scumbag or a dirtbag that's out here, slanging or committing acts of violence or doing any of those things. That's real. Okay. It sucks. And I feel for you. I'm not making light of it. It does suck to be taken away from your family. I know. My kids know. But at least it's not, prison. At least it's not prison. At least you're going back to your country. So, there's that. What else do we have on the agenda? What other video clips do we got? This right here. Okay. So apparently there's this video going around. I wish I had the video. Do I got the video? Let me see if I got the video. Let's go down. Yes, I have the video. Okay. Listen to this. Pause, dude. Okay, we can't pause it or what? Okay, well, I'm just going to pull it up.
Y'all talking about.
All right, here we go.
By the way, I'm sick.
We got this guy right
I'm
here.
getting these mad messages from my DMs and social.
Have you guys seen this video?
On my comments.
This kid.
And I randomly get a text message talking about a recent video that was posted.
There's the kid. All right.
I was like,
so we're going to get away from that real quick.
By the way, I'm sick. So
let's get off of him. Refresh. Okay, so this kid makes a video on TikTok talking about ICE, we're on the way. Word in the street is cartels put 50K bounty on y'all. Right? People are losing their mind. And I got to say, this is where I get disappointed in the right. And when I say the right, again, let's define terms. I'm talking about extremists, the far right, the racists, because they exist. Let's keep it a buck. We can't just call out the far left without calling out the far right. At this point, I get disgusted when I see anything from far right influencers or people that are just super duper, what they claim to be super MAGA. They're not super MAGA. Anybody preaching racial division, racial hate, any of that, you're not MAGA. You're racist. And MAGA is not racist. Define the terms. I'm a representation of what MAGA is, America first, right? Make America great again for all Americans, no matter what color they are. But you far right people, now you guys are racist. Let's just call it what it is. You're a racist. I can prove it through comments, right? Blatant racist, where you literally say that you're better than everybody else because you're white. Now, that's not everybody. I'm not talking about the people that call out crime statistics. You're not a racist. You're just being honest. I'm not talking about people that say, this needs to change. No, I'm talking about for real racists. All right. But anyway, this guy shares this post. This kid shares this post. And says these things, and the comments are crazy. It's gone all over the social media. I wasn't aware of it until today, this morning. But I've been looking into the comments and following up with the kid. So people were basically saying, because Homeland Security commented back to him, right? Let's see. Let me pull it back up. Can I pause? There we go. Now we can pause it. All right, let's pull it back up. Let's listen.
DMs and social media and on my comments, and I randomly get a text message talking about a recent video that was posted in my account. I was like, what are y'all talking about? By the way, I'm sick, so if I sound weird.
So, as we see right here, Exhibit A, the two different names. Now, given, let's break this down, right? Given, this kid made this post, and it was very patriotic. The first post, right, where he's talking about America and being patriotic and going to war with Iran, saying, Iran, we coming, you know? Basically like standing with America, American flags in the post and everything. Well, then now, because he's a TikToker, he's a kid, he's a TikToker. And he created another post, allegedly, right? And I'm going to say he did. He created another post talking about the cartel put some money on y'all's head, ICE, so we on our way. Now, you could go two ways with that. You can be a follower of his and think like, oh, this kid's just a TikToker. He makes stuff that goes with trends. Now, this is a trending thing, right? On TikTok. And he made the post. You can go two ways with it. You can say, okay, he's a TikToker. He's just making a video and he's in favor. He's going to protect ICE from the cartels, depending on how you read it. Now, if you're on the other side of that and you're just a person that every time you see black people, you see a criminal, you can take that and say, oh, he's talking about going and collecting the ransom or collecting the money that's put on ICE's head. Basically, they're going to go take out an ICE member. Now, my logic, I don't know this kid, but I've seen the other videos and they were patriotic, would make me believe he's in line with America. He's in line with standing against illegals, right? Illegal immigration. But that's just me. These people ran wild with it. Let's finish listening.
Yeah, I get threats daily on IG.
There's people threatening this kid now, right?
And everywhere, all over my social media, all of a sudden, due to an old video I posted months ago about Iran.
Due to an old video that he posted months ago about Iran. That's what he's running with, right? Which I seen the video. It's a pretty funny video, but I mean, I don't think the kid's going to go to Iran and do anything. He's a child. He's a kid.
Iran, that was not to be a threat. It was literally a joke, bro.
It was a joke.
Seriously, it's just content. Anyways, once I seen that video that was posted on my account, then I was like, what the fuck?
Got grown people coming at this kid, calling him all kind of monkeys and niggas and just saying all kinds of stuff about this kid in the comment section. I didn't do nothing. All of them people that post that kind of stuff. Yeah, those people.
Well, then I posted this like months ago. Then I seen the caption. And then I was like, wait, I didn't do that. I still got the video saved on my draft from months ago on TikTok, bro. I'm gonna pull it up right here.
Now, the problem that I have here, it lets me know that the kid is lying. and little bruh, I just got to call it out for what it is, right? You said that you got hacked, that you got the original video right there, and that is from 6/23/2025, right? Well, the problem that I have is you saying that somebody hacked your account and posted it. Well, if somebody hacked your account, young bruh, knowing how social media works, they would not have access to your drafts because your drafts are stored locally on your device. Okay? So that means you posted the video, dog. But even so, even if you did post the video, nothing wrong with you posting the video. You're a kid. You're a TikToker. You ain't out there committing he ain't got no little background, no arrest or nothing. He's a TikToker. He's a kid. And he's confused and he's trying to figure out the world. And people are eating this kid alive, man. Running with stuff all over social media and posting him up as a poster child of the YNs, talking about he's all the way in Florida. What's he gonna do in Chicago, man? Stop it. It's stupid.
Here's the fucked up part. The federal government is involved with something that I didn't do.
Now it makes sense of why you're backtracking saying that you didn't post it. Because now you got the federal government knocking on your door saying, hey, They made a post. They commented on it. Said, if you think you're going to come for our agents, you got another thing coming, coward. We're coming for you. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy. You guys took the time out of your day, Homeland Security. You took the time out of your day to post on a kid's TikTok video. A child. Bad luck. You got to take an L for that one. You got to take an L for that one. That's ridiculous. It's a child. It's a kid. He's in. You guys, come on. Really? Come on.
What? So this is what they reposted off my TikTok. That video got taken down. So here's what they reposted on their page.
This kid is terrified. You could tell, because now look, you know it's fearful, because he's like, yo, the government is on me now, and that's all I did was post the video. You probably thought it would be funny, you know what I'm saying? And he ha ha, it kind of was, right? Here's the post. You say, ICE, we're on the way. Word in the street, cartel put 50K bounty on y'all. I mean, you could take that as a threat or not. Homeland Security replies, FAFO, if you threaten or lay hands on our law enforcement officers, we will hunt you down and we will find you really quick. We'll see you cowards soon. Like, come on. I mean, it's America, but you're the government, bro. Like, you're a part of a government agency. This is stupid. He's a child. He ain't coming to do nothing, and ain't nobody else did nothing. Let's just stop it. Just stop. It's cap. It's ridiculous. But it worked, because the kid is terrified, and he's saying, look, I didn't post the video, man. That wasn't even me. That was them. They posted it. They stole my video. I got hacked, and they took. So I guess you could say lesson learned. I just say Homeland Security, that's an L for you guys, bro. That is a complete L for you guys. This is a child. Y'all scared the crap out this kid right now, man. Leave that little boy alone. I think he learned his lesson. And all you people in the comments being racist to this kid, man, making threats to him, talking, you're the problem. You're a part of the problem. Homeland Security already commented, what are you going to do, Bubba Ray? Huh? We going to get you, boy. We going to see you. We going to take a rope and put her. Shut up. Shut up. You a grown man commenting on a little boy's post about a cartoon. Come on, man. He's a TikToker. If you go on his page, he spends all his time on TikTok. He ain't going to do nothing. But all the racists just come out the woodworks, putting all kind of racist stuff. If you guys go to X and you go look in that comment, it'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. Disgusting. Disgusting behavior. And it's a bad look. It is. It's a really bad look. Especially with the way everything is right now, all the different propaganda getting peddled. But then again, it could be people that are bots. These could be bots that are underneath this kid's comment section saying all these things to make it look like there's some racial hate going on in the world. Well, really there isn't, because I go out to the world now. I'm working with people and, on a job site like how I used to it. Everything feels normal. Ain't no racial hate. We crack jokes, man. We crack jokes and we laugh it up, bro. And we are there for each other. We help each other out. And that's the real world. In the real world, people ain't out here thinking, oh, man, look, he hired a black. Oh, he hired a black. That just doesn't exist. Doesn't exist on the scale that they're saying it does. I'm sure you got some inbred, sister-loving, brother-loving people out in the world that, still feel that way. But they get rejected by, what I feel is white people. They get rejected by them. Hey, man, no, we don't do that this way, Bubba Ray. You stay over there. And it's the same thing with us. When we see, people that look like me doing the wrong thing, we ain't got no part in that. That ain't got nothing to do with us. You know what that's called? Good society. You got people that are just good parts of society, that whatever color they are, they're like, oh, hey, they don't represent us. They don't represent us. We don't got nothing to do with that. And that's with all colors. All colors. White people on a majority scale are not racist. Black people on a majority scale are not racist. Black people on a majority scale are not criminals. White people on a majority scale are not criminals. You see what I'm saying? But you got these people that are just internet gangsters, keyboard warriors. They thugs behind the screen, and they just type all their deepest, darkest racial hate that they could come up with. It's dumb. It's dumb, and you're an idiot, and you're a part of the problem, and you need Jesus in your life. Get your act together. That's what I got to say about that. Get out that kid's comment section. I would say the R word right now, but I don't want to get in trouble. Let's check out some of these comments. I I respectfully disagree, Cash. Kids are committing major crimes these days. We need to pay attention to what they are saying and doing. I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that. That kids are committing major crimes these days. I know I was a kid that committed major crimes when I was younger. All I'm saying is it doesn't have anything to do with being a racist. You don't got to be a racist about it. Call out the problem. The problem is crime. Whoever's committing it, we just call out crime. We don't call out the color. It's simple. We don't get in the comment section and start throwing racial slurs at children. It's stupid. It is so stupid. It's shock value on TikTok, not a real world. Exactly. 100%. We had to be examples to our youth. Yes, we do. Exactly what I'm trying to do. Kids are confused with everything going on. 100%. You say one of those who replaced the classroom American flag with the, Yep. Thank you for reposting the stream. I really, really appreciate you. God bless you. I'm calling out all white liberals protesting in frog costumes. Yeah, I got that video on here too. That was crazy. Crazy work. People think they're anonymous online until they find out they're not. Exactly. Got to have that VPN. Make sure you're paying for the premium. Busy Sundays everywhere. So much going on in the world. Keep the faith. That's exactly right. That's how we're gonna get to that towards the end. You know, we always got to tie it into God. But it's disturbing to see, man. And I wanted to make you guys laugh a little bit as well. So I wanted to show you this, man. Since we just brought up spirituality, you know, religion and God and all of that good stuff, right? Check this out, man. This just goes to show, can't nobody beat Jesus. You can't beat Jesus. You can't beat Jesus in a swim race. You know why? Because he could run on the water. That was just brilliant. Whoever came up with that AI video, man, I appreciate you. I cracked up when I saw that. Jesus beat every single, I think Phelps was up in there and Jesus smoked him. He couldn't even get in the water. You know, that was good. Jesus just ran on top. So yeah, there was that one. Let's talk about this. I want you guys to hear this. Check this out. Here we go.
Who has been arrested 111 times since August of 2023. Arrests included 55 car thefts and stealing from cars 45 times. At one point, police found multiple guns on the teen and took a phone as evidence. They say they found various Google searches on it, including, what is the charge for killing an officer? Is police murder a charge? And what is capital murder? Police say the 15-year-old was most recently released again in September.
You just can't just say, we're going to let you back out to your mom or to your home if the home is broken without holding the home accountable. There's no accountability, right?
Yeah,
That's it. Real talk. I found that to be really shocking. You want to know why? Because when I was a kid, after my first try at being a criminal, like they locked me up. I sat in there for like 30 days. But then the second one, I sat for about 7-8 months. And I went to kiddie prison. I was in North Central, okay, Logansport. And I didn't have no record like that. They letting these kids get away with literal murder. And we wonder why society is breaking. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be repercussion. There's got to be repercussion. When you do something wrong, there has to be repercussion. You have to learn a hard lesson. You have to go to jail. But then, even in doing that, the system that they go into is broken. Everything is broken. And nobody's getting to the root of the problem. Fatherlessness, that's a problem. Propaganda being spread, empowerment. Like you got all these women running around here talking about they queens and they're, you know, they got like a bunch of kids from different dudes and don't want nothing to do with the dudes. Maybe some of them keep the kids from the dude. Don't even tell the kid that that's their dad or whatever. May build up resentment in these children. And then some of the dads, we got to talk about them that just don't want to be there for their kids. If you got multiple baby mamas, hey, I'm there with you. But guess what? Be a part of your kids' lives. Be a part of your kids. My babies are in here right now. I drove after work yesterday, y'all. After work, sore, beat up. Guess what I did? I drove an hour the other way to go pick up my babies and then an hour the opposite way to go bring them home. And then guess what I got to do today? Drive another hour to go and take them back to the house, but just to spend some time with my babies. You have to spend time with your children. However it happened. I'm not nobody to judge about, having multiple baby mamas, but men, it's your responsibility. If that woman is being a scumbag and not letting you see your kids, guess what? You got to take her to court. You got to. And if you ain't going to take her to court, then you need to do something to where it's like, hey, let me see my baby. Because if not, your kid's going to be out of control. That's just real. Your daughter's going to end up in the streets messing with a bum, messing with somebody that she don't need to be messing with. Your sons are going to end up in the streets doing criminal things because they never had a father to tell them, hey, don't do that, or to tan they behind when they get out of line. They don't know anything of correction. So then they go into a system that's supposed to correct them, and the system's already failed and broken because you got people that just don't care. You got people that take certain jobs at juvenile centers. There's two types. One, that love kids and just want to see them be better. And then you got the ones that hate kids and hate life and want to make your kid's life miserable. And that's what your kid goes into. And you better pray that they get the first one that I described. That's a CO over them or a counselor over them. And then when they get out of there, if they don't come back home to something stable, something that's structured like what they just came from, because when you get locked up, you have structure. That's one thing that is provided, structure. You learn that you got to follow the rules. You have authority over you. You learn these things. And it's up to the parent to keep that kid on the right path once they get out. And if not, then they go to real prison. And when they go to real prison, the same two types exist. The people that just want to help make society better and try to get these people back to where they need to be, to where they can function in society. And then you got the other ones that just hate life and hate people and want to make your life miserable when they're in there. Bigger criminals than the ones that they're housing. You got the ones that are the same drug dealers on the streets. They wear uniforms inside the jail, and they bringing in drugs. And now the kid goes in as an adult, and he ain't have a drug habit before, but he got one now because he's trying to cope with life. Mom out there, she still ain't got it together. Mom's out here, she poking letting every dude with a stick poke her. She ain't sending no commissary. There's no love. No love. So then they fall into despair while they're locked up. Now they start doing hard drugs. Maybe they start doing some weird stuff to get them drugs, whatever. And then when they come home, they're an adult. And they've learned bad things. So yeah, society's breakdown, it's deep. We have a lot of issues that need to be corrected. A lot of issues. There's no way that kid should have had 111 arrests. Google search is talking about killing police. What is capital murder? He's over here looking at it. How much time am I going to get? He really don't care. How much time if I murder somebody, how long until I get out? That's the problem. That's the problem. It needs to be corrected. That kid needs some structure. Now, given you do have your sociopathic types, kids are just born like that, I guess. I don't know. Sociopathic, lack empathy, compassion, mercy, feeling it all. You got them. They exist. But they're also being created. They're being created because of a home that they ain't got no love in it. They ain't got no structure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's got to be fixed. Be better. Be better parents. If you're a CO, be a better CO. Don't be a scumbag planting drugs in people's rooms to get them more time. Don't do those kind of things because let me tell you what that does. When you're a CO and you're housing inmates and you're bringing in drugs to the facility, breaking the laws, that you are housing them for breaking, selling the drugs that they sold that got them locked up, but you're bringing them into the institution, guess what that does? It makes somebody think, because I had the thought myself when I was locked up. Man, the whole system is corrupt. Why I got to play by the rules and they don't? This person threw me in the hole while they over here sleeping with the inmate, while they over here stuffing drugs into their crevice and bringing them into the facility. There's no other way for it to get in. And they want me to go home and be nice and be good. Why? The whole system's corrupt. They don't get in trouble. You get caught bringing in drugs or you get caught sleeping with an inmate, guess what? You just get walked off. It happened in DC DOC multiple times. That's the people that was locked up there. They just get walked off. You get fired. You don't get a charge. You're not going to jail. You're helping to decay society. You're helping to put hopelessness in people when you don't follow the rules that you're supposed to uphold while telling them that they're a piece of garbage because they're locked up. You should be locked up too. Yeah. So let's look at this. Let's check this out. More no kings. No kings, guys. No kings.
With a shirt that says for Charlie. Because I advocate for free speech, and I absolutely love
free speech. Wear a shirt that says free speech. Wear a shirt that says promote free debate.
Uh-oh. You know she's fiery. Look at her. She's fiery. She's a ginger. She's a ginger, guys. Shout out to the good gingers in the world. Not this soulless thing right here.
Free press. You get triggered because it has Charlie on there, right?
Because he was a racist, because he was a misogynist, and that means that you are too, because you support him. Get out! Get out of here!
He hated people. Yeah, he hated anyone that wasn't white,
This
that
is the
wasn't
world.
male, that wasn't straight.
Did you hear that? That lady has lost her mind. Listen to what she just said.
That wasn't white, that wasn't people. Yeah, he hated anyone that wasn't white, that wasn't male, that wasn't straight.
That is so not true. And you could tell that they never watched Charlie Kirk, but it's crazy to see how these women are so triggered. So talking about Viva Antifa, it blows my mind. Okay, so this is their logic, right? This is their logic. Holding a Viva Antifa, long live Antifa, right? Talking about you're wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt and you believe that Charlie Kirk was a misogynist, a racist, and hated gay people. And because this guy's wearing the shirt, you're saying that he believes that too. So does that also mean that you supporting Antifa support violence, support tearing up businesses, setting fires to businesses, harming police officers, just, anarchy? I'm wondering. Because you're holding up the Antifa sign. I'm pretty sure you'll probably say, yes, I agree with all of that because you're soulless, lady. You're soulless. That's what that is. You're over here. You guys, it makes me think that society isn't smart no more. Like there's not a lot of intelligent people walking around outside. There's not. It can't be when people like this exist. That's just out here holding up a cardboard. So you marked on, that's a piece of cardboard from probably like UPS or something with marker writing on it. And you're out there talking about this guy is wrong for having a For Charlie shirt. I can't make it make sense. I can't. I'm sure you can't make it make sense either, y'all. It's just there's so many of them. Check this out. This is interesting right here, guys. So we got to talk about it. I want to talk about this one for sure.
Come here. Please, I'm asking a question to you. No.
He's getting.
You have to listen to me. Just had one more question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Question. One question. No. Sean, please come.
Don't listen to him. He's trying to manipulate you.
So what's going on right here? They're in front of a mosque. The brother in the white is talking to a Christian pastor. The sheik or whatever that guy is that's inside of there is telling him, you have to listen to me. You can't talk to him, da-da-da. You have to. Then they end up telling him that he's going to be trespassed. Listen.
Neither one of us are fighting. You're being more confrontational than we are. You're trying to confront this man and force him to go inside, officer. You're violating our free speech.
That you are trespassing from the property of the church.
You see this? This man right here is threatening to trespass this Muslim right here because he's talking to a Christian on a sidewalk. You see that?
On the property, you're going to go to jail for trespassing.
So now he got banned from the mosque for talking to a Christian. Listen, America. Now, I'm not I got to be careful how I say this. First off, if you're a Muslim watching this show, I love you. And it's my prayer that everybody in the world, you, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists, everybody comes to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ, right? That's my prayer, right? So I'm not against anybody for their faith or anything like that. But America, we have a real problem because this is starting to become too in the open. Okay. They're standing in front of police officers telling this man, and he's a Muslim, and he's just having a conversation peacefully with a Christian, which is the way that it should be. No matter what faith somebody is, we should be able to talk to each other, especially in America. This is the freest country on the face of the planet. He should be able to have a conversation with him, and they have dialogue. And this person in this mosque that comes out, I'm assuming he's a leader, comes out and tells him that he's trespassed for having a conversation with a Christian. Now, first off, I'm 100% happy that he did that. I'm happy that this brother got banned from that mosque, because now he might want to have more conversations with Christians who we wouldn't bar nobody. A believer in Christ, I'm not going to bar nobody from going to a mosque. I encourage everybody to go into a mosque and see, experience it for themselves. Experience every religion for yourself, just so that it'll strengthen your faith in Christ. Because you'll find out real quick that you're on the right path, right? If you read your Bible. But this is crazy because this is America. This is America. And now I guess you have certain fractions of Muslims in America that don't want anything to do with their countrymen that are not Muslim. Quick message for you. Sharia law, Sharia, will never have a place in America. It'll never have a place in America amongst believers. Even if let me tell you something. Even if they change the law, right, and say everybody got to be Muslim, everybody got to, believers, oh man, we're going to be like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Man, go ahead and toss me in the furnace, dog. Because I'm not getting down my knees and bowing to no nothing unless it's God, right? You trying to spread that kind of division over here, to me, is disgusting. Because in our country, you have the freedom to practice whatever religion you like, and you have the freedom to have a conversation with anybody who's willing to have a conversation with you. So if you're trying to deny that man his constitutional rights, well, you're simply un-American. Not reflecting that on all Muslims, but that particular guy and that particular mosque, if you condone that, if you upheld that man being barred from going to that mosque simply because he had a conversation with a Christian, oh, you're un-American. You're un-American. Beyond the faith. Beyond what I feel as a believer, but you're un-American. And that's unacceptable. And that place, if they condone that, is disgusting. Disgusting. Straight up. Oh, okay. What else we got? Can I speak on habeas corpus? What'd you say? Can I speak on habeas corpus suspension? I don't know anything about habeas corpus suspension. I know about habeas corpus, but I don't know about suspension. What is this? I don't believe it's suspended. But yeah, this is what's going on in America. This is what is going on in America. And I noticed something. There's a trend that you will see with all these protests that are happening, right? I wonder if you guys can spot it. I'm going to play it, and you tell me if you can spot it. All right? Can you spot it? Who knows? What do you notice about this?
This is what democracy looks like.
Anybody? What do you notice? Can I tell you what I notice? It's a majority white people. Majority older people. There's some sprinkles of pepper in there. You know what I'm saying? You got some pepper. You got a little bit of pepper, black pepper. You got a little bit of red pepper sprinkled in there. But it's mostly old white people. Boomers. What in the world? How? How and why? Oh, man, that comment right there. Malcolm X warned us about the white liberal people. And you know what's crazy about this comment? Is that the white liberal people that Malcolm was talking about are the ones of today. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? This is them. This is who he was talking about. Now, I ain't got nothing against nobody protesting. I ain't got nothing against nobody protesting, but when you got old white boomers out there holding up signs of Antifa, that is so strange to me. They are all supporting Antifa after watching what Antifa did during the summer of love. Old people got beat down, boy. Y'all couldn't do nothing, boy. Hey, tore up the businesses, ransacked communities. Walgreens got up and said, look, we are no longer bringing our location over here. We're moving our location. And then they talking about people couldn't get their medicine that they needed. Where am I going to get my medicine from? They put y'all through hell. And now y'all out there holding up signs for Antifa. Something is really wrong with the brains of boomers that are super leftist. For real. Like, I really believe that you guys are insane. You are literally insane. Crazy. I'm telling you this as a 36-year-old black guy, you know, traveled around the country a little bit, talked to a lot of people. And I could tell you this. I could tell you this with 100% certainty, everybody. White liberals and far right conservatives are the problem in our country. Listen to me again. Far left and far right, liberal and conservative, are the problem in our country. The old ones. The older ones. Y'all are the problem. And I honestly feel that in about 20 years, when you guys are too old to get out there and walk around, or maybe not alive anymore, God bless you, right? That the world will start to heal a little bit, if we still have it. If we still have a world by then, you know. But I think that we'll start to heal, because I see more and more common sense coming from people my age and younger. Even the ones like the Harry Sissons, right? He's a little young guy. He makes all this liberal, super far left. He's falling out. They're fading away. They're starting to fade away. I'm starting to notice more people in the comment sections of all these people. The people like Nick Fuentes, you know, which Nick has done a complete change. Have you guys watched Nick Fuentes lately? Oh my God. This dude's not a Jew hater no more. It seems like he's on their side. I'm just saying, like, all the stuff. But I'm glad that it happened, because it's all starting to fade away. The Myrons, whatever his name is, that's his American name. I don't know his Somali name or whatever country he's from. But they're starting to fade away. They're starting to fade away out of the politics. People are sick. Real people, common sense people, are sick of the racism peddled by both sides. We're sick of hearing that Trump is Hitler. We're sick of hearing that. We're sick of hearing about the black people. We're sick of hearing about the Jews. We're sick of hearing about all the hate that you guys push towards people. Because guess what? All of us, we have white friends. We have black friends. We have Jewish friends. We have Palestinian friends. We have gay friends. We have Muslim friends. We have Christian friends. The common sense people that can live in peace, civilized with each other. We have all these different groups that we call our friends that don't identify with what they try to peddle in media as the majority. They want you to think that if somebody is, and we're taking faith out the equation right now, right? That if somebody is gay, you can't talk to them. If somebody's Jewish, oh, you got to watch them. If somebody's black, oh, they may be a criminal. If somebody's white, oh, you're a white man, oh, you're the worst thing on the planet, white man. You're the worst. That's what they want. That's what they push. But us, nah, we ain't falling for it. I love my Jewish friends. I love my Palestinian friends. I love my white friends, my white uncle, my Uncle Wayne. I love you, Uncle Wayne. My white cousins, Joey, I love you, bro. My cousin Joseph, my people that I work with, I love them. They're freaking dope. You know what I'm saying? My black cousins, I love you. My cousin Mo, I love you. You know what I'm saying? My neighbors, they're a liberal lesbian couple, moderate liberals, not super far left, moderate liberals, and they are a gay couple. I love them. There's nothing I wouldn't do for them. My Jewish friends, I love them. Let me check out this super chat. Fernandez, $20 super chat. Thank you so much, my brother. Say the Bible discourages us messing with other religions because he is a jealous God. No, that's worshiping other gods and idols, not messing with other religions, not learning other religions. In fact, Paul tells Timothy to test all things to see if they are of God, to test all things. All right. He says, if you're going to a mosque to show how it is BS, then yes. Otherwise, we shouldn't even be looking at another religion, dog. I agree to disagree. And I'm telling you that as somebody who's been a part of that religion. I was a Muslim. I practiced Islam. I practiced the Hebrew Israelite faith. I practiced all the different faiths that I could name a lot, right? I studied them all, and it led me full circle back to Christ. So there's that. But I understand what you mean. If you're somebody that's easily shakeable in your faith, then I understand. Like, don't mess around. Get yourself strengthened in your own faith first. But if you're somebody that has a strong faith but just wants to build a bridge, you know, to try to bring them people to gospel, well, then I highly recommend talking with people of different faiths, even going to their service, not worshiping their God. No, you pray and bring the Holy Spirit into that place. That's what you do. You don't conform to the patterns of this world, but transform by the renewing of your own mind, right? So we carry the light. I carry the light of Christ inside of me. So anywhere that I go, no matter if it's a Satanist spot, they going to see Jesus in me. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm promoting. Not switching your faith or worshiping their gods. Never worship any other God except God. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That's what we believe. But yeah, we have countrymen and women around us that the only way that they're ever going to hear the gospel is if they see you in action. So that's where I stand with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, my faith is 100%. The word says, "Do not wish another religion Godspeed." Wishing, I didn't say it. The word says it. I hear you. I ain't gonna argue with you about it though. You know, to each his own. If you can't do that or don't want to do that, I'm not telling you to. But people that do want to, I encourage to do it. That's plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? My faith ain't easily shaken to the point where I will succumb to any of that. So let's move on though. We got this.
Garbage.
This right here. This is another example of liberalism gone wild.
Recently, with Charlie Kirk being assassinated, he's a piece of garbage. Of
She just said, yeah, because he was a piece of garbage, you guys. Talking about Charlie Kirk.
course we were mean. I am so tired of people saying, oh, but, you know, it's a terrible thing. No, Hitler is dead. I'm glad Hitler's dead.
Something that...
So you just compared Charlie Kirk, a guy who you know, he promoted discourse, civil discourse. He promoted debate. He promoted Christ. He was against the violence. He promoted togetherness, really, you know, regardless of what somebody believed. And you just compared him to Hitler. Really? This is where we're at. This is what's walking around on the streets protesting, guys.
I've heard in interviewing Republicans is that they're concerned with the health care going to undocumented immigrants. What would you say about that?
I don't know that it's true. Everybody deserves health care, and we can certainly afford it in this country. So again...
I mean, I'm not going to argue with her on that point because I have my own opinions about health care. I believe that everybody should have health care, but it should be Americans having everything that they need first. We live in our country. Like we were born here, we live here. This is us. If we don't have everything that we need, then we should not be giving to anybody else that is not from here, that came here the wrong way. That's what I believe. in a perfect world, I would love for everybody to have healthcare. I would love for everybody to have every single thing that they need, right? But not at the expense of all of us having to provide it for people that are over here doing the wrong thing. Like, I'll give you an example. A person is out here that's illegal, that's gangbanging, right? He gets popped. Boom. He gets shot. And it happens a lot, especially out in Chicago, right? He gets shot. He goes to the ER. He gets healthcare. He gets his life saved. But now he needs medication. I'm all for saving a person's life, regardless if they're here illegally or not illegally. It doesn't matter to me. They should get their life saved, right? But after that, why should I have to pay for this person's medicine, for this person's treatments, that was out here doing the wrong thing, out here trying to take people's lives, out here selling drugs, whatever? We already paid to save his life. Now, we'll give every human that. I'm for that, right? But now we got to pay for his treatment to get him better so he can go back out into society and do the wrong thing? I'm not for that. I'm not for that.
They're just, they're pointing to things and saying it's our fault, we're too liberal. It's really depressing. I don't know how anybody your age even thinks of having children, okay? Okay, millions of Democrats did not vote. Whose fault is that? We need to get ourselves together, and we might even need to be a little bit meaner.
Meaner? I mean, how mean can you get? You just called Charlie Kirk, who was taken out by somebody from your political ideology. Charlie Kirk lost his life and was shot in the neck by somebody who believed the exact same way that you believe. You had a deranged liberal Democrat try to assassinate the president of the United States of America. How much meaner do you need to be? What's next? I'm asking because I want to know. How much meaner do you need to be?
Because the Republicans don't mind being mean.
The Republicans ain't tried to assassinate nobody. How is Republicans being mean? By saying, hey, America, we want what's best for you, American citizen. We want you to not have to pay so much taxes. We want food to be affordable. We want jobs. We want no wars. We want... How is that mean? Well, they won't call me by the right gender. I want to be called sir, even though I'm a ma'am. They hurt my feelings because they misgendered me and won't let me play in the sports that I want to play in. I want to be the best woman athlete, even though I got a penis. What do you want? That's not mean. That's protecting, our society. That's protecting, women's sports. That's protecting Americans from crime. And what do you want? How are the Republicans mean? They say mean things to me. They say mean things. We ain't out here trying to assassinate nobody. Just saying.
I mean, what do you mean? Do you mean protesting? Do you mean...
Maybe we have to, stop being so nice.
Because you seem like a pretty nice lady.
I'm a pretty nice lady, but I can be pretty mean, too.
We heard. She doesn't seem like a pretty nice lady. She does not. Listen, the devil appears as an angel of light. What, because she got a nice little smile on and a cool little sweater from like Kohl's or something, maybe J.C. Penney. I don't know. Got the nice little hat on. What makes her seem nice? Because her speech lets you know exactly what's in her. She got some evil inside of her, man. Evil.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing that Charlie's gone. I think it's great. He's gone because I'm glad that Hitler's gone too.
You're an idiot, lady. Sorry, but not sorry. You're an idiot. You're stupid. Your logic is flawed. Your rational thinking is just not there. Non-existent. Non-existent.
Okay, and I have to ask this because people on the other side are going to say that they feel like the Democrat Party has been mean. Recently, with Charlie Kirk being assassinated,
He's a piece of garbage. Of course we were mean. I am so tired of people saying, oh, but, it's a terrible thing. No, Hitler is dead. I'm glad Hitler's dead. Evil people have no place in my world.
Well, you know what? Maybe you need to be not in this world then, because you are the evil people. You should remove yourself from the equation. Like, go to Mars, talk to Elon, see if he can get you a rocket ship, and you take a little trip to Mars. Because you're by your logic, that hateful stuff that you spewing, girl, you need to go. You need to go straight up. I can't stand that. That's the type of people that I'm talking about right there. Like, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Then look at this guy right here. Look at this thing. Look at him.
Oh, you got a voice clip going. Oh, he didn't opt for this. You didn't ask us if we wanted to be recorded. So actually, fuck you, your voice clip is over now. So fuck.
Deranged liberal doesn't even follow his own ideology. I thought that you were the party of people that worship black folks. How dare you talk to that black man like that? As a liberal white man. Don't you feel guilty? How do you not feel guilty as a liberal white man talking to a black man that way? That's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. You lost. Your liberal card is being taken. It's being taken. Oh, I forgot. That only applies to the Sambos that you have that are a part of your party that go with your ideology. I forgot. Because he's a free thinking black man with a nice suit on, with suspenders and everything, you know, probably most likely a Trump supporter, and not for derangement, not for, you know, the negative views that you share. Yeah, he doesn't count. He's not black, right? That's what it is.
Well, you're in a public. No, we are, but like your voice clip is now ruined. I'm gonna keep ruining your footage. I don't care. No, you're helping. No, actually, well, I guess kind of. You're acting like an unhinged liberal. Dude, just fuck off. Nobody wants nobody wants to be part of your business. You wanted to get in here. You want to. Sure. Hey. So you're part of my business now. What's your name? My name? Yeah, it's David. My name is David. So what do? You come out here and you. Don't worry about it.
I can tell you what he does. He lives at home in his mother's basement, eating Fritos, Doritos, Cheetos, Ho-Hos, Twinkies, donuts, and a whole bunch of other unhealthy stuff. And he makes his mother cook. He makes his mom cook everything, and he doesn't take out the garbage. And he probably plays video games nonstop. I guarantee you he plays like Sims or something, or World of Warcraft or something all day long. Nothing against those games. They're pretty fun. But he probably does it all day long. And he probably has a boyfriend that's half his size, you know? Whatever.
You defend people from what? Just basic questions? Also, now you're going to follow me around. Oh, yo, you got to ask me some questions, sir.
So you walked up wanting attention. And now you don't want the attention. You wanted it, now you don't want it. You know, and I don't believe that you're going to walk very far.
I'm hating to curse at another person you don't know for asking questions. You also don't want to do. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. David, he probably works in an office somewhere in Phoenix, Arizona. Just another liberal putz, discrediting himself and the indivisible movement. One slow stride at a time.
Kudos to that brother right there. Good job. And I encourage that. Man. They don't want to talk, but they want to talk. So you try to go and talk to them just to show that they don't want to talk. He has not a leg to stand on. And I mean, the legs that he are standing on were probably buckling under the weight of the conversation and his actual weight. Wanted to come up just to be seen, talk some crap, tell the dude to F off and all types of stuff, but didn't want to stay for the conversation. You know why? Because that man got something going on inside of him, just bad, just all bad going on inside of him. And he can't take an opposite opinion, which is why Charlie Kirk is appreciated, you know, even from beyond the grave, man. Appreciate Charlie Kirk because it encouraged brothers like this to go out and have the conversation. Have a conversation. He ain't shy from it, doesn't run from it. Dude tried to come up like all intimidating, like he was going to do something, and then realized, oh, man, this black guy, he free thinks, and he's not scared of me. He's not going to, yeah. Yeah, we need more of that. We need more of that all across the board. Now, this organizer that organized one of the No Kings protests got caught on camera. What does she have to say? Let's see.
Thank you for coming. I don't think that's on them, but
You don't want to talk to me?
no, you're
Are
kind
you
of
an organizer?
Yes, I am the organizer. Yeah.
Well, you should be able to tell me every reason and have an open dialogue like everybody else. Unless you're a fraud. You don't want to be a fraud, right? You're looking at you're not looking for dialogue. You can tell by the words, the language,
Go ahead.
You can't back up. You can't back up your position. You can't tell me why you're here.
No.
Everyone else does. You're gonna cut.
Yeah, I don't owe you any explanation. First of all.
Look at that guy. You see that guy, that Beto right there? See what he said? She doesn't owe you any explanation. That's what he said. Bro, come on, man. Stay out of it, bro. Stay out of it. The adults are talking. And my man's his owner. She don't know what to say. Thank God that guy said that because she just repeated it, parroted. I don't know even an explanation. Well, you're the organizer. You put this whole thing together. You don't even know why you're out here? What are you protesting?
Second of all.
If you're out here,
Second of all,
telling
don't
everyone how to
interrupt.
think.
Oh, there it is. There's that liberal attitude. Don't interrupt me. You're a white man. White men aren't supposed to speak over anyone. You're the bottom of society. There it is. There it is. It's coming out.
Anybody, anybody. You can talk to me too if you want to. I am. Didn't you hear me? Am I stuttering? I actually agree.
No, look at that shirt. Look at that. Make Orwell fiction again. Got the little all-seeing eye. Look at him. He tried to get tough. Oh, I am, buddy. I'm right here. I'm right here.
With your shirt. Yeah, well, maybe we should make Orwell fiction again and not have fucking fascists on the streets. And yeah.
So he's a fascist on the streets for wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. This is what it's all over. He's wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. So he's a fascist. You guys are stupid, brainless, godless, heathens. The problem is the degenerates of society.
Sir, I think it's a weaponization of government that's happened for way longer than Trump. This happened during Biden, happened during Obama, happened during Bush. Not like this. No, they did not put the National Guard on the streets.
I'm going to make sure that nobody else ends up entertaining your little thing here, so you can go ahead and try to talk to people, but we're all going to walk away. Since you want to talk over people, I'll talk louder. We're going to walk away.
That's real. Are you?
Oh my God! What
Are you saying that's not true? You can't even back up while you're here and don't trip over your bag there.
I can back up while I'm here.
No,
I think I did it for about 2 hours.
I'll sit here and talk to you 3 hours.
Oh yeah, what are you talking
You that did nothing but argue.
Look at that. Look at that. Mocking him because he's wearing a Charlie Kirk shirt. Lady, there's so much that could be said about you if he really wanted to hurt your feelings, you know? But I'm going to let him cook.
Civilized citizen. Oh yeah? Can you pull that out of yourself? Okay.
Really hard.
I bet it is. But you have a great rest of your day. We're going to go ahead and walk away because we don't need
You
the
can't
bullshit.
explain your position. This is why the left is losing. This is why the left is losing. We can't. Fucking people like you don't understand anything. This is why the left is losing. You can't get to explain your position.
Small-minded that you can't understand what we're saying.
Personal attacks don't work.
Then
why did Charlie do nothing but personal attacks? There's a reason why he lost the election, right? Yeah, because... And I'm not even a Republican.
He cheated. He had
Elon
Musk.
You lost because you've lost the pro.
No, we're not mad about that.
You cannot fight with ideas. You fight with attacks. That doesn't work.
Tell
That's why
me
people will not vote for the left anymore.
Who
shot two senators in Minnesota? Was it a lefty?
It was a Trumpster.
A Waltz employee? A Waltz staffer?
Yeah, it's a Tim Walz staffer. It was a lefty.
No.
Is that what you're trying to tell me? It was Tim Walz who was the VP nomination. What do you mean where I get this information? Out of your ass? Out of your ass. The man that shot him, dressed like a cop, put on a mask, and went into two Democratic senators' houses and another two Democratic people's houses. But you're going to try to tell me he's a lefty. He worked for a Democrat. You're a fucking idiot.
Debate, you would have already had your information.
I don't even have what I'm
These people are deranged. They don't even understand what they're saying. Like, that was just a bunch of nothing. No facts. And when he's bringing up the points about the hate that they spew, is all they can point to is a guy that was a Tim Walz staffer, by the way, that shot 2 senators. Okay. And we condemn that. We don't celebrate that. We don't say, yay, he got the senators. Let's say he was MAGA. What Republican, what person that's a part of MAGA do you see celebrating those senators getting shot? They don't comprehend what they don't get it. You're out there celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. When Trump got shot, you were celebrating that Trump got shot. We weren't celebrating that. That's the difference. But you just don't comprehend it. You can't see past your derangement, your Trump derangement syndrome. It's a real thing. It is. A lot of people suffer for it, and there's no cure. There's no cure. It doesn't matter what you do. There's no cure. It's just, it's ridiculous, man. It is. I hope that they can get it together because I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Now, I got to give some props to these people right here because, I mean, this is a fun protest. Like, I disagree with the protest, but, I mean, Chicago, they got it in. Chicago got it in. This was fun. Look at this. They was getting it. I mean, it's just the same old two-step, but they're doing it. And I ain't gonna lie, the big chick with the bald head, she's getting down. She's getting down. I can get with that kind of protest. I probably would have danced with them out there. If I would have been at that protest, I'd be like, yo, this is what I'm talking about. This is all right. That's good. No hate. There's just no kings in the USA. We agree. Trump probably would have been dancing too. I can see him now. I can see Trump now out there. Hey, no kings in the USA. I'm with that. That was good. Now, why can't all of them be happy like that? You know? Not deranged. I like that. That was good. Yeah. So let me get to a couple of these comments before we get up out of here, because I see you guys having a little debate. You say, why the hell would you pray for a Muslim when they believe their religion? Well, you pray for everybody. Why would you pray for your enemy? Fernandez, Jesus calls you to pray for your enemy. What do you mean? Jesus himself prayed for the people that put him on the cross. You're supposed to pray for them. It's like a core tenet. What do you mean? You are throwing your pearls before swine. That's not exactly what that means. That's not, I think you're taking that wrong. When you're trying to give somebody the gospel and they just don't want to hear it and they're combative and they're like deranged liberals, that would be considered throwing your pearls before swine. But that Christian that was out there talking to that Muslim who was hearing him is not casting your pearls before swine. They were having a productive conversation and you don't know where that could lead. So come on. That's the scenario she presented. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying that the whole thing about the religious debate in the comment section is crazy because, yeah, I mean, some people are called to go. Literally, the disciples were literally called to go into the world of non-believers and people that were worshiping other gods, okay? Called to go into them places and preach the gospel and have conversations with people. Jesus literally sent them to people's doors, said, go in there, and if they accept, if they'll hear you, then had a conversation. And if they don't, dust your sandals off and keep it pushing to the next house. But go. I'm sending you out. So this whole thing is just is wild. Let me see. You say, Cash, read the whole thing. LOL. He is saying things that are against Jesus, and it is irritating. I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know what I'm saying? You said the point, let me see. Okay, the point is you wishing a Muslim Godspeed is partaking in their evil ways. No, it's not. Don't get mad at me. The word says it. No, brother. The word don't say nothing about Godspeed and partaking in their evil ways. That's not, I never read it. I mean, maybe you could show me the verse. I've never read that, brother. But yeah, I mean, I encourage everybody to have a conversation with somebody. If you're strong in your faith and you feel like that could rub off on them, then yes, definitely. 100%. Talk to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Talk to everybody. Just don't worship the gods that they worship. Simple. You know what I'm saying? Talk to everyone. Test all things to see if they're of God. That's why I read everything. And it's all it did for me was strengthen my faith. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's just me. Either way it goes, guys, I got stuff to do. I got to go get Halloween costumes for these kids. And yeah, we celebrate Halloween in this house, just, not the same way. Oh, that's another thing. People get all bent out of shape about Halloween. Now, I don't understand that. I don't get it. They say, if you're a Christian, you shouldn't be celebrating Halloween. No, bro, my kids are going to get some candy. They like to dress up. Do you watch movies? Huh? Because people dress up and they play a part in a movie. Do you think that that's actually them? Like the person that played the Roman in the Passion of Christ, like, do you hate that person? Like the people that were the Pharisees in that movie, do you hate them because they played a role? No, you understood that it's just a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's not reality. I'm taking my baby trick-or-treating and I'm dressing up myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get in the spirit. I like Halloween, okay? And I love Jesus. And the Holy Spirit flows in this house. And my kids ain't worshiping no witches and no demons and no nothing like that. So y'all cut that out. That's just being too legalistic, man. Stop. Cut it out, okay? If you really felt that strongly and you wouldn't celebrate Christmas and you wouldn't celebrate Easter and you wouldn't celebrate, just cut it out, okay? Let's just stop it. That's ridiculous. Beyond that, I got one more thing I need to show you guys. Let's see, share this tab instead. So check this out, y'all. I wanted to say thank you. Tina Sherman. So I wanted to pull this up just to give you guys your props, man. Tina Sherman, $50. Best wishes to you always. Anonymous, whoever you were 2 days ago, thank you. Leanne, thank you. Glow, thank you. Anonymous giver, thank you. Sharon, thank you. Ellen, thank you. Allie, thank you. Anonymous giver, thank you. Amanda Acton, thank you. Anonymous giver, thank you. Kimberly Whitaker, thank you. Ronnie Dyer, thank you. Gina Farmer, thank you. Missy, thank you. Okay, I appreciate you guys. So far, we're at $1,065 for this startup. I really appreciate you guys. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Everybody that has shared it, because it says that it's been shared 5 times, 15 people gave, and 3 people prayed. So to the 3 people that prayed, thank you so much for praying for me. Thank you to the 5 people that shared it so far. Thank you for the 15 people that gave. All right. I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. I'm trying to get this business going, man. And I'm doing everything I can. I got another show I got to do later on tonight on Whatnot to raise funds, sell some stuff. I got some videos I got to finish editing, and I got work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So I got to get up and go to work, manual labor. You know what I'm saying? Blue collar guy right here. Proud of it. Boom. But I'm doing everything in my power that I can to make my dreams come true. And I encourage all of you to do the same, And yeah, that's all I got, man. That's it. Unite, don't fight, be a street light, because only you can be the change you wish to see in this world. And when you get too stressed out, you got to remember to pray, America, because without God, everything falls apart. That's a fact. If you would like to give to the Give, Send, Go, then just go to Give, Send, Go and type in KLK Visuals. And it's right there. Or you can hit the link. I shared it already. It's in the comment section. Or it's on my page. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Oh, one more time. One more thing. So people are asking, why? Why am I started to Give, Send, Go? I'll explain it one last time, and this will be the way that we end it. The Give, Send, Go is not for, I got my finances over here, right? I'm able to pay my bills and do everything, but I have a vision, and I want to be more self-sufficient. So KLK Visuals is a way for me to be able to do that. It's my own business. It's already started. I just need more equipment. All right. As you guys know, I lost everything. I lost every single thing. And it's life. It happens, right? But I've been rebuilding and ain't did the Give, Send, Go. When I first came home from prison, everybody told me, do the Give, Send, Go. People will get you right. And I didn't want to do that because I had a good circle. I still have a good circle of people around me that helped me get on my feet to where I am today, sitting inside my own office, creating my own content, doing my own videos, and providing for my family. So I'm able to do that. But to be able to start this business, I don't have the funds to get every single thing that I need. I make do with what I have. Like I use my iPhone for all of my shoots. And I got my editing software. Shout out to Casey. He helped me out he custom built a computer for me, a tower. And Mama Dawn and Papa Dan and Russo, Kim Whitaker. yeah, just there's a lot. Cindy, there's a lot of people that helped me in the beginning of this, and I really appreciate you guys. But this, what I'm trying to do, it takes a lot. It takes a lot more, and I just don't have it by myself. So with my birthday coming up, instead of telling people, hey, just give me some money for my birthday or send me this, whatever, I'm just like, you know what, I'll do the Give, Sing, Go and put it towards KOK Visuals, because that would be the best birthday present ever, to be able to go and get the equipment that I need, the Sony, the mics, the handle, the lenses, everything. And yeah, I'm also putting in to myself. So I'm investing in myself and just asking you guys to help this lowly guy get up and do something more. All right. I want to leave something better for my children. And it's not a requirement. You don't have to. But if you could, thank you. You know, even if it's just a share or you pray for me, that's appreciated. All right. Thank you. I got to go. I got stuff to do. Love you guys. Have a great day. Peace. That was good. Good show.